Good morning, students. This lesson is for class 5 for the subject of General Science. Chapter number 1, the circulatory system of your textbook titled New Trends in Science, Evergreen Publications. It is being submitted to you on 5th of April 2021. Children, do you know how do the nutrients from the food that we eat, the water we drink, and the oxygen from the lungs reach different parts of the body? How are waste products such as urine and carbon dioxide removed from our bodies? There must be some transportation medium for their transportation. The transportation medium in our body is blood, and the transportation system is called circulatory system. The organ system that transports nutrients, gases, and other substances to different parts of our body is called the circulatory system. The circulatory system in humans is composed of three main components: heart, blood, and blood vessels. Blood vessels are further of three types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Blood is the red colored liquid which acts as a medium to transport nutrients, oxygen, water, and carbon dioxide to various parts of the body. Do you know, children, how does blood reach every part of our bodies? There are thin tubes in our bodies called arteries, veins, and capillaries. They are called blood vessels. They carry blood from the heart to all parts of the body and then back to the heart. The heart acts as a pump and pushes the blood into the arteries and veins. Let us now discuss about the main components of blood first. The main components of blood are plasma and blood cells. In adults, long bones produce red blood cells, but in children, nearly every bone generates red blood cells. Now, plasma. Plasma is a liquid in which blood cells are present. It is pale yellow in color. Blood cells are of three kinds. Number one, red blood cells, also called erythrocytes. I repeat, erythrocytes. They are the most abundant cell type in the blood. RBCs are red in color due to presence of an oxygen carrying pigment called hemoglobin. Red blood cells transport oxygen to all parts of the body. Then white blood cells, also called leukocytes. I repeat, leukocytes. WBCs or white blood cells protect the body from infections by destroying the germs. Then comes platelets. Platelets are also called thrombocytes. I repeat, thrombocytes. They are responsible for clotting of blood at the place of an injury. This prevents excessive loss of blood. Next comes the blood vessels, arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries, they are called distributing vessels. Veins, they are called collecting vessels. And capillaries, which are the thinnest blood vessels that connects arteries and veins. Now, children, let us know about the blood vessels in detail. Number one, arteries, which are called distributing vessels. They pump pure blood from heart to various parts of the body. I repeat, they pump pure blood from heart to various parts of the body. They have thick walls with narrow cavity because they have to distribute blood away from heart to different organs of the body. They are situated deeper under the skin. They have thicker walls as they have to withstand the pressure of the blood being pumped by the heart. They mostly carry oxygenated blood. One exception is the pulmonary artery, which carries deoxygenated blood from heart to the lungs. Do you know, children, in some parts of the body, such as the wrist, neck, inside of the elbow, back of the knee, and the back of the ankles, the arteries are just under the skin. Now, next type of blood vessel is vein. Veins collect impure blood from various parts of the body and take it to heart. I repeat, veins collect impure blood from various parts of the body and take it to heart. They are called collecting vessels. Veins carry deoxygenated blood or blood rich in carbon dioxide. They are situated just under the skin. Veins are thin-walled with wide lumen or cavity. And one exception is pulmonary veins, which carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Now, third type of blood vessel is Capillaries. Capillaries are the thinnest blood vessels in the body. They form a network that connects arteries and veins. I repeat again, capillaries are the thinnest blood vessels in the body and they form a network that connects arteries and veins. Capillaries are so thin that substances can pass through them. The exchange of oxygen, nutrients, and waste products between the blood and various body parts takes place through the capillaries. The largest artery is called aorta. Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava are the two main veins. Before ending up today's lesson, let us discuss various functions of blood. Number one, blood transports oxygen from the lungs to all other organs and carbon dioxide from the organs to the lungs. Number two, it transports the nutrients absorbed by the digestive system to different parts of the body. Number three, it takes away waste products from different parts of the body for excretion. Number four, it maintains constant body temperature. Number five, WBCs, that is white blood cells, protect the body from germs by destroying them. With this topic, I'm ending up today's lesson. Kindly do worksheet 1 as your home assignment. Thank you, children.